of the 2025 Africa-wide Agriculture Extension Week, dating from 2008, when the initial consultations meetings were conducted in Lilongwe with the aim of exploring the possibility of forming as a country this agricultural forum. On 19th January 2011, the forum was indeed formed, which is called the Malawi Forum for Agriculture Advisory Services, which has been a crucial player in the agricultural landscape, bringing together practitioners in the agriculture extension. Malawi has been providing a network of professional development, innovation, and this addresses challenges and utilizes opportunities in the agriculture sector in Malawi. We are informed through AFAS that there are a number of AFAS country fora across the country, across Africa, which I hope have been useful in the respective countries as we cherish our own MAFAS here in Malawi. Distinguished participants, the 2025 Extension Week is a premier event for highlighting, recognizing, and supporting the irreplaceable role of agriculture extension and advisory services in agriculture and the lives of people in Africa and Malawi in particular. The Malawi policy landscape is favorable for agriculture and the agriculture extension as per the Malawi Vision 2063 and also the Malawi 2025 to 2030 agriculture policy. Ladies and gentlemen, the Malawi 2063 is a blueprint that aims to transform Malawi into a wealthy and self-reliant industrialized upper middle income country by the year 2063. The pillars of the Vision 2063 are agriculture commercialization, smart urbanization, and sustainable industrialization. The National Agriculture Policy has identified 6 priority areas, namely agriculture production and productivity, food and nutrition security, agriculture commercialization, agro-processing, and value addition. Sustainable management of land, water, and other natural resources, agricultural research and innovation, and institutional development, coordination, capacity strengthening, and risk management. The Malawi agriculture sector holds the biggest share of the national agriculture product, GDP, at 23%. The agriculture sector traditionally comprises the smallholder and estate subsectors, but there is now a recognition of emerging medium-scale farmers. The emerging medium-scale and mega farmers subsector engage in intensive and extensive farming, respectively in high value chains. These include greenhouse agriculture and specialized commercialized oriented agriculture enterprises such as raising livestock, fish farming, horticulture, and the cultivation of legumes on rented or leased agricultural land. These are strides in import substitution through mega farms in producing commodities that are mostly imported, such as wheat. You will agree with me, guests of honor and participants gathered here, that the themes, sub-themes, and the whole program of the Extension Week from today, the 12th of May, 2025 to Friday, 16th, augurs well with the focus and nature of Malawi agriculture. And I believe this is equally true for most African countries that are here. As a country, we are eager to learn more from all participants gathered here, as we hope that you may also learn something from us. Now, I've talked of everything that was prepared for me, but I have a very special message to inform you of what happened between the 11th and 14th of March this year. The professor, who was the keynote address speaker, lamented about the lack of accountability for the extension farmer, for the extension worker. Is he accountable to us as principals, or he is accountable, or she is accountable to the farmers? Okay, the good news is from 11th to the 14th of March, it pleased the minister and the deputy minister to visit all agriculture development divisions in this country, to interact and interface with each and every extension worker, the frontline staff. Now, the results of this simple attitude or gesture has been that without giving them money. But the enthusiasm has so grown to an extent that when you meet an extension worker these days, the way they look at you is different from the way they looked at us before the ministers met them. So all the chief irrigation officers, chief agriculture officers that are here, the agriculture development officers that are here, please let us respond to the issues that the agriculture extension workers, the frontline staff, brought to us. There were many issues. Mobility was one of them. I don't know whether in your countries, some of your African countries, if your extension workers still use push bike. They say they don't want that anymore. They want something from a motorbike to a vehicle, something like that. So let's change. They also talked about promotions. If we are not promoting them, then we are in problems. Let us respond to that. They talked about scholarships. If we are not giving them scholarships, then we are not doing our job. So there were quite a number of issues that the minister is responding to, and we'll keep on responding on those. Dear participants, having performed this duty of informing you of what happened between the 11th and 14th of March, it is my humble duty and privilege to invite to this podium the Honorable Minister of Agriculture, Samuel Dalitso, MP. A big hand, please.
They can sit, it's fine. Thank you very much. You may be seated. Thank you. Now, when the moderators were speaking a little bit earlier, I was afraid of two things. First of all, I was going to ask everyone that we change this year's theme from rebranding extension for enhanced public-private sector-driven commercialization, industrialization, and inclusive food systems to a new theme, rebranding extension for gender-inclusive work in our countries. So the organizers are going to have to scramble, changing the banners and everything for us to continue. But she was kind to us. The second fear that I had was that she was going to lobby that all of you go and talk to the president and have a cabinet reshuffle to have a female minister over there. And I'm very happy she didn't do that. But let me take this moment to recognize the presence of the minister, not the minister, okay, maybe that's a prophecy, but the principal secretary to the Ministry of Agriculture, who has led a delegation from the ministry. We have directors, deputy directors, and various office holders in the ministry. Let me also recognize the presence of the board members from AFAS and MAFAS, and all the entities that are here this morning. Our keynote speaker, thank you very much for the kind words that you gave us, encouragement. In here, we also have development partners. We have IFAD, who were recognized a little bit earlier. We also have the sponsors and partners who have made this event very possible. Definitely, we can't forget to recognize our moderators who are here, Dr. Ngwenya and Mr. Rex Chapota. The organizing committee, both national as well as regional. Everyone in here, I want you to feel that you are most welcome and you are recognized. This afternoon, let me check the time. I'll pause a little bit. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now it's afternoon. PS Mamba. I am privileged to join you as we kickstart the Africa-wide Agriculture Extension Week, running from today all the way up to Friday. To our dear friends who have traveled from across the country, across Africa, I didn't know we had so many people coming from outside Africa. So you are very welcome. Thank you so much. Japan, the UK, and Holland. Thank you very much for coming. And I want you to understand that on behalf of the President of Malawi and all of us here from Malawi, you are most welcome. You are most welcome to the warm heart of Africa. And not just because we want to call it the warm heart of Africa, but by Friday, I hope you will go back believing that we are the warm heart of Africa. So thank you very much for all of us in Malawi. Can we welcome our friends from Africa and beyond? Thank you. We are so thrilled to have you join us. The theme this year, Rebranding Extension for a Thriving, Inclusive, and Modern Agriculture Future, is all about making extension exciting as well as accessible. It's about using technology. We have mobile apps, we have TV, the internet, and nowadays we have the AI, which has come to stay, whether we like it or not. But it's all about using whatever has been thrown in front of us to reach young people, women, those with abilities, those with disabilities, everyone inclusive with new skills, partnering with them in projects that will change their lives. In Malawi, we are very happy that we have embraced all these innovations as well as the role of extension workers and embedded them in Malawi's Vision 2063. And this is our guiding light that we are following to transform the country by using agriculture sector to bring about the necessary changes that we need. Not only are we just talking about extension and advisory services in our Malawi's Vision 2063, but we are practically doing something about it. That's why we have different projects that are helping us to achieve the Vision 2063. We are embracing, or we are encouraging the development of mega farms where large-scale farmers are reached to produce more so that we can have more food as well as generate income. We have the Agriculture Commercialization Project, which is sponsored by development partners, so that we can migrate people from just production and then take them into mechanization as well as value addition. We are also migrating our smallholder farmers from just subsistence farming to commercial farming by providing small loans that have low interest for them to start thinking commercially instead of just subsistence farming. Not only that, but we have different programs from our development partners. We have IFAD who are helping us with SAP2, trade, as well as PRIDE, to help our farmers have access to extension service and advisory services, as well as increased production. But the goal is for them to look at agriculture as an entrepreneurship, not just to have food on the table. So we are moving in that direction as a country, and we're very proud about that. As we are doing that, I know you're also doing something similar in your countries. That is why you being here is extremely important for us. You have stories that we want to hear from you. You are reaching out to people in your countries to bring about change. You are bringing different people together by building bridges that turn ideas into reality, and you are helping farmers feed your nations. To our friends in Kenya, Nigeria, and Ethiopia who are here, and those across the continent and beyond, we have heard about your stories, stories that have inspired us. We have heard about your mobile extension apps and farmer cooperatives. I had the privilege of meeting one from Uganda a short while ago. We are eager to learn from you. So as we will be talking, I want you to know that Malawians will be doing a lot of listening because we want to replicate what you're doing. So this week, please share what works in your countries. Help us to build stronger countries through the extension work and advisory services. So don't hold anything back, because your story, you might not know, but will also change another country that it is represented in here this week. But we know that progress means change. And as Albert Einstein said, we cannot solve the problems with the same thinking we used to have when we created different programs. At the end of this week, it is my expectation that we will ask ourselves from today onwards, where is the agriculture sector today in our countries, and where do we want it to go, and where do we want it to be? And how can we strengthen extension even with the limited resources that we have? Every country is talking about lack of resources and so on, but we are also gifted with the ability to innovate and look at what we have. And posterity should judge us by doing a lot with the little that we have. So instead of just focusing on lack of resources, let's focus on doing great things with the little resources that we have. We need to think outside the box. And it's not time for fireworks, by the way. I'll be looking forward to have all of us discuss on some of the issues that are stopping us from spreading our success stories. One of the things that I keep talking about in the Ministry of Agriculture is the fact that we're not very good at sharing these success stories. We tend to celebrate among ourselves. But it's about time that we start telling other people those success stories so that they can celebrate with us. Because it is through the sharing of the success stories that other people will come alongside us. Naturally, people want to be associated with success. And one of the reasons why we lack resources is because we hide the success stories and nobody wants to invest in something that is not working. An investor always wants to be associated with success. So resources will come when we share our success stories even more. I am excited to get feedback from the ideas that will be shared this week. And I'm also excited to hear what plans you have over the next 5 years on how you are going to reach and recruit more extension workers or partner with others who can bring innovations to bring our ideas to fruition. We need to commit to bold actions. We need to commit to implementation of those bold ideas. In Malawi, I am very pleased that we are taking bold steps, and not just taking bold steps, but we are actually implementing something that is going to spearhead the agriculture sector. That is why, as PS Mamba said, we value our extension workers and the work of providing extension services and advisory services by meeting the frontline workers. I'm happy you talked about that, because by meeting over 3,000 of them where they're working, we have first-hand information. This is the first time ever in the history of Malawi for ministry officials to meet the extension workers where they are, all 3,000 plus of them. And we heard firsthand what they are facing, and we've documented everything. And we are proud to inform you that we have already started implementing some of the concerns that they raised. And so it was a very fruitful endeavor that we took, and it's paying off. And if you haven't done the same in your countries, try. Don't be afraid of meeting them. Meet them, face them head on, and just listen. Because some of the things that they need are very simple. The simplest one is they just want to be heard. You may not even provide solutions, they just want to be heard. And then you take it from there. So we didn't just stop there by meeting them and document and then start implementing a few things. I'm also very proud to inform you that we took this a little bit further. Because last week, Thursday, our cabinet approved a new agriculture extension and advisory policy. So that's how serious we are in Malawi. And this extension is a modern one. It's also very inclusive. But it doesn't mean that we are going to stop there. The reason why we really wanted this to be hosted in Malawi is for us to take the policy that we've just developed and passed and then learn from you. Because the policy is a living document. It's supposed to be amended now and again. To ask a lot of questions, and please share freely more information so that we can continue to perfect our policies in the country. Back to our guests who are visiting Malawi for the first time, some of you it's for the second time or even more. I would like to encourage you to take some time off in between and also at the very end of the conference to explore our country, specifically our beautiful Lake Malawi, as well as other vibrant communities that you feel you need to visit. It's great to have these conferences, but there is something bigger outside these walls. We want you to go out and explore what Malawi is to offer in terms of tourism as well as cultural activities. We are committed to make this week unforgettable, not just by sharing ideas, but also by giving you the hospitality that has made this country to be known as the warm heart of Africa. Lastly, let me say a huge thank you to the organizers who have made this event very possible, to the development partners, to the sponsors. Your hard work has paid off, and we look forward to the next 1 week where we are going to learn even more and share ideas to make the agriculture sector in Africa a thriving one. With these few remarks, I therefore declare that the 2025 Africa-wide Agriculture Extension Week officially opened. Ambuya kudalitseni, zikomo kwambiri. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Minister, may I ask you to stay here for a while? Yes, it has been opened. So I would like the Honorable Minister to stay here for a while. While we do that, everyone that is here is important. But you know, the animal farm stories are equal, but some are more equal than others, right? Yeah, but here we are all equal. At this point in time, Honorable Minister is going to give a small gift. And to do that, I would like to call upon the CEO of NASFAM, Dr. Betty, on stage, because she's the one who will be handing, the gifts. Extension alone doesn't work. You have to see it as a three-legged pot. We have extension, we have research, we have education. And I'm very, very excited because the extension, research, and education institutions on the African continent have decided. So I'm going to call upon the representative of one CGR, who is in our midst, from Southern Africa, Dr. David Chikoyem. I would like you to come on stage. Okay, I'm going to call all of them, then we just give it to them as they ascend. David Chikoya, is he here? Okay, I'm going to call the Executive Secretary of the Global Forum for Rural Advisory Services, Dr. Carl Lassen, because as Africa, we also work with the Global Forum, we also work, with other regional networks. Let's give it up for Dr. Carl Lassen. Okay. Thank you. The representative of one CGR, Dr. David Chikoya, please, representing Dr. David. Thank you. Okay. I'd also like to call our one and only representative of FARA, who is our partner in crime, as we go through the journey. Dr. Agumia, who is the executive director, but we have the representative of FARA. Okay. So we spoke about having us tomorrow. The last person that I would like to call on stage is none other than the executive director of which one? AFAS, Dr. Selim Nadim. Another round of applause. Okay. Thank you so much. Honorable Minister, we are not doing this extension work alone. We are doing it with the research partners. We are doing it, with the education partners, but also we are doing it with the regional, and the global partners. So we are not walking the journey alone. There's something, the quote that I like so much. Dr. Carl from GIFRAS always say, extension might be part of the problem, but not investing in extension is not part of the solutions. So, not investing in extension is not part of the solutions. And we are very, very excited to know that, you have actually taken it up to the policy level, and we are hoping to see some investment that, you will be putting in order to realize, that policy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for our Honorable Minister. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so we just really come to the end of, the official session. Before I give you Rex to give, some announcements, what we're gonna do, from here we're going to go out, we take a group photo, and I think Minister will be joining, for lunch, and will also continue to look at, all the exhibition that we have. I would like to see you back here at 1:30, or maybe we can make it 1:45 the latest, so that we can tell you what to do next. Okay. On that note, Rex, some announcements.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shami Ngwenya. That's your full name. I thought it's important to mention that now. Few announcements are as follows. These announcements are actually important because they will make you happy to get lunch. Listen attentively. You miss this announcement, you are fasting today. Here it goes. All international delegates will be saved by Madam Esther Nchala. Esther, would you raise up your hand? Yes, Esther is the one who's raising up her hand there. As we'll be going out after the photo, meet her because she's the one who has got and the drink. If you don't meet her, please fast and pray. Second announcement, all local participants should collect their meal coupons from the main entrance. You can only collect your meal coupon if your registration has been verified and money has exchanged hands. I didn't say that, but make sure that your registration is verified for you to enjoy the meal. Lastly, for all who are coming as group delegates, you're in a group and you have registered as a group, kindly, we request your team to lead you and make sure you are together so that when you are engaging the protocol, they can give enough coupons. Shami, you need to usher us out now. How do we do it?
Okay. Thank you so much. I would like us to play the national anthem again. Let's get the national anthem ready as we